We're looking at our quality LED rope light, which we offer in 150-foot rolls, on a spool that looks just like this. In each roll, you also have an accessory pack of additional power cords and other items we'll look at in just a moment. When you buy a roll of LED rope light from us, the initial power cord is already connected to the rope light. Simply plug in and you're ready to use. However, be very careful in leaving this plugged in while on the roll for very long. The rope light in the inner part of the core does not have the ability to dissipate heat, and it may heat up too much and cause a problem. So we recommend that you unspool your rope light if you need to plug it in for an extended period of time. As opposed to many of the rolls of rope light on the market today, each of ours is cuttable in the field. This particular style of LED rope light you can cut every 40 inches. This means that you can create separate runs of rope light for different applications. With each roll, we include 2 additional power cords and the necessary attachments to attach those power cords to your rope light. And of course, these end caps go on to the ends. We also include in each roll the ability to repair a section of the rope light should something ever happen to it. It's a simple process of cutting out the bad section of rope light and replacing it with the new. Here, we're going to attach a power cord to your LED rope light. Remember, you can cut it to any length you like, in 40-inch increments. And there are scissor marks at each point where you can cut the rope light. Let's assume this piece is one cut and ready for use. To attach your power cord, notice you have 2 wires inside of your LED rope light. They travel the length of the rope light. You'll find with your roll of rope light a connector that has 2 barbed ends on one side and 2 smoothed ends on the other. We're going to insert the barbed ends into the 2 wires in the rope light. Using your thumb to bend the rope light down, which will spread the wires, insert the barbed ends into the wires. Make sure they pierce the wires, and press them all the way together. Now you should have 2 of the smooth ends coming out from the connector, ready to attach to this adapter. This adapter allows us to use a power cord that has a threaded connection, which makes it very easy to replace, and we'll discuss that more in a moment. Notice the 2 holes inside the adapter? They'll line up with the 2 pins. Insert the pins all the way in until they stop. And now you're ready to screw on the actual power cord. With LED rope light, LEDs run on direct current. This device in the power cord is called a rectifier. This converts the alternating current from your outlet to the direct current that's going to flow through your rope light. To attach the power cord to the adapter, line up the 2 holes with the 2 end pins. It only fits one way, and screw them together tightly. Your LED rope light is now ready to use. If anything should ever happen to this rectifier, you never have to replace your rope light. Simply unscrew your power cord and put on a new power cord, because we include those with each roll. It's a very inexpensive fix should that ever happen. Rope light is working on one side, rope light working on the other, but in the middle there is a section that is not working. Because we have all of our LED rope light made so that it is very easily replaced in the field, you simply have to cut out the old section that you want to replace and splice in a new one. We give you everything you need in each roll to do that. So let's fix this section. First, definitely unplug the rope light from any power source that you've connected it to. We recommend using wire cutters to cut your rope light, on the scissor marks and the scissor marks only. Next, cut out the other section, the other end of the rope light, for the piece that's not working. This is the piece that we will now throw away and replace with a new piece. And here is our replacement piece to splice in. Because your rope light needs to be kept watertight, we include adhesive-based heat shrink to cover each of the new splice connections. So, before we attach anything, slide a piece of heat shrink over the one end, and notice, in with your roll, you have what we call an easy splice connector. There are barbed ends on both sides of this connector. This is going to connect this old piece of rope light to the new one, and allow power to flow through both of them. Just as we do when we connect a power cord, use your thumbs to bend the wires over. Next, connect your old piece of rope light, still working, with the new barbed connector, into the new piece in the same manner. Now let's test our connection. Now you can see our invisible splice connector has allowed us to splice in a new connection. But we need to waterproof this connection. So using the heat shrink, which has an adhesive inside, we need a heat gun. These are sold at Lowe's or Home Depot, usually for stripping paint. Or if you have a powerful hairdryer, please get that now. Let's apply heat to the heat shrink so that it'll shrink down onto the connection. This takes about 40 seconds. When you're finished applying heat to the heat shrink, you should see adhesive coming from the sides. This is normal. This just means it's heated up, expanded. It will soon dry and provide a watertight connection for your spliced-in LED rope light.